Hello everybody. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟 aka Camden here today, and welcome to another live stream. How are we doing, everybody? Hello, Ms. in the chat, and hello to any other lurkers we've got out there. I hope y'all are doing wonderful today. It's been a long time since my last stream. It feels like, well, I was gonna say it feels like it has been. It's been what, since January? I think, 'cause that's when my last semester started. So yeah, it's been a while. How have you guys been? I hope well. I've been so excited to start streaming again. The last few weeks of finals for me, I've just been like, I want to start streaming again. I missed it so much. It's so much fun. But alas, I was too busy with school. But now I'm done with school. I've officially graduated college, everybody. I am now a college graduate. I have a bachelor's in English with a film minor. It's so good. It's so fun. We did it. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? I hope well. I was just gonna hop into my solo survival world today and do some like bits and bobs, just little builds. And yeah, we can catch up. We can chat about this last semester, what's been going on the internet. I haven't been very active except for this last week in like the Minecraft space, just because I've been so busy. And the little time that I have had to like have free time or whatever outside of school, I've been using like obsessing over Andor, the Star Wars show, because it's so good. And then the last season was coming out recently, and it's all I've been able to think about. But I'm slowly getting back into the Minecraft community, seeing what everyone's been up to, rebooting up 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟 highlights again. It's been great. It's been so good. But let me switch on over into the game, and we can get started. It feels so good to be back. I have been playing Minecraft since the last stream, because I do play a lot whenever I'm like listening to audiobooks for class and stuff. I'll just throw on Minecraft and do like really monotonous, mundane things while listening, like mining or like terraforming, like stuff that doesn't take a lot of like brain power, but I can just kind of do in the background. It's been great. A lot of what I've been playing has been on the 𝗦𝗧𝗏𝗧 server, though. I haven't actually been in this world a whole lot. I have a little bit, but like not a bunch. I think I can't remember if I did this the last time I streamed or not, but I did a path around the lake, because previously I had a path that connected my house here to my starter tent, which is over there, and then it also kind of went into my mine down there. But it didn't surround the whole lake, and now that we have the Monument of the Fallen over here, over in the mountain, I wanted a path that kind of connected to it, and then it wraps around, and then all the way to the watchtower over here. And then I also already had a path that kind of went in the back here and went to the did I just mute? No, okay. My keybinds must have got messed up. I accidentally hit the keybind that I have for muting, and I got nervous. But I think it's been messed up since the last time I streamed. The one good thing that's been messed up. Speaking of which, by the way, is volume and stuff good? Can y'all hear me well? Am I too loud, too quiet? Is music too loud or too quiet? Can y'all even hear the music? Actually, I don't know if y'all can hear the music. So that starting soon screen was just dead silence, wasn't it? If you're watching on the VOD, it's always dead silence. But yeah, I think, hold on. But no music. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to fix this. Hold on, is it about to turn night in game? Where's the sun? I know it's rising still. Okay, we got time. See if I can get this fixed before mobs come out. Settings. I saw before I started streaming, I was just testing my mic and I saw that it got disconnected. So I wonder if same happened here. Was it this setting? No. This one? Can you hear the music now? Well, let me pause it to see if okay, yeah, that's where that one's going through. Okay, now let's test to see if you can hear the game. Can y'all hear the game? You know, really? Can you hear the trapdoor? Not trapdoor, the fence gate. No and yes. Wait, what was the no? Was the no the music, or was the no the gate? Just the technical difficulties. We always have these at the start of my streams. Music is there now. It's just really quiet. Okay, it should be quiet. I didn't want it to be too loud. I can turn it up just a little bit. I just didn't want it to drown out my voice. Okay, good. Now let's just hope that I'm on the right audio tracks and it's not saving the music to the VOD and everything here gets muted. I think we're fine though, because I don't see the music volume thing moving on the desktop audios. I think I've got it right. Perf. Amazing. And then there's one more thing I was going to check. Make sure it's working. Oh, I have moved my computer, like the box itself, on top of the desk. Usually I have it under the desk, but I moved it on top when I moved back because I've had problems in this room. I think it's because my desk is like a solid thing of wood, like literally like tree bark. And so sometimes my headphones disconnect while I'm using it. So I was like, let me try putting it on the desk this time. But you can hear the fan. I can hear the fan at least. I didn't know. Can you hear the fan? The low hum? Or is it good? Thank you, by the way, Ms., for helping me get this all checked out. Making sure it's working. You can't? Okay, cool. Perfect. Well then. Then yeah, we can get started with what I want to do. I wanted to, while I chat today, to go down into the mines because I got a bunch of tunnels down there that I been working on decorating. Because if y'all are new to this world, if you haven't seen me play in this world before, my mine is decorated like an old temple. Sorry, I got distracted by the echo. My mine is decorated like an old axolotl temple, like a sanctuary. And so whenever I do strip mines and stuff, I go back and I decorate it with stone bricks to make it all decorated. Like if you come over here, if you look in, we've got a bunch of tunnels and everything, a lot of patterns in the walls. I'm going to turn off voice chat. I like the echo, especially in videos, but a little distracting while streaming. But yeah, I've got these tunnels, and I wanted to come in and decorate them some more. These, like, right now they're very uniform. I've got like the moss at the same length on the walls all the way down. I definitely want to add some variation, but this tunnel at least has some moss, some decoration. Whereas the other tunnel on the other side, let me just free cam, it's faster, doesn't have any moss right now. It does have some cracked stone bricks, but I want to put some moss in the walls, make it look a little overgrown, like the lush cave is seeping through. Ooh, but first, I haven't gone in there in a while. I want to go to the 𝗦𝗖𝗓𝗦 sanctuary. I have a secret 𝗦𝗦 cave connected in here. If y'all have seen my last YouTube video, y'all have seen it, but I haven't been in there in a while, and it's really relaxing. Just get rid of all these slippers. Ms., have you seen my LA cave? If not, you're about to check it out for the first time. Okay, watch this, ready? So you come over here to the portal, and you play a magic gun, and it breaks the portal. You can go in, climb down these vines here. Hi, Hot. Welcome in. Come down the vines. You're in the LA cave. And they're all just hanging out, floating around. There's a nice, like, chime sound from the crystals. Because there's skulk and note blocks underneath each of these crystals to keep the LAs here and not going up that shaft over there. Because of that, because I don't know, something with skulk and amethyst, they like interact with one another, so there's like now little chime sounds. If you're really quiet, you can hear it. It's so pretty. I love it. But yeah, this is the LA cave. It's beautiful. I love it down here. And there's this little area here where you can get amethyst. There were LAs up in here. It looks like all the LAs have moved over to the crystals instead of in this room. But yeah, it's great. I love it down here. I just wanted to come down again. Really, this is just kind of an aesthetic build. Like, it's where I home all my LAs, so that if I need some, I can just come down here and grab them. But ultimately, other than being where I like keep them, it's just like a very fancy cage. Pretty much is what that is. But yeah, I just wanted to go back down a little bit. But yeah, how are you, Hawk? How have you been? Hope you're doing well. And you play the horn again, and it's back to normal. Alrighty, but for today, I need some moss. Go down and get some moss. We're just gonna decorate. I can also use mossy bricks. I don't know if I have any though on me. Also, while I had some obviously Minecraft. I had some player heads that they were like shaped like blocks that I got from a wandering trader, and I was like thinking about what to do with them, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I could use them as like more labels down here in the temple, because even though each of these blocks above these chests kind of designate what's where, I do have a like more blocks than what is just like I did. Like, there's not just cobblestone in these chests. It's cobblestone and mossy cobblestone, and then smooth stone right here. So I'm like, what I could do is I could use these mini blocks. Like, look at the big blocks to kind of get a general idea of what's in the chests, but then the mini blocks kind of help show what each of these columns is. Like, this whole column is cobblestone. This whole column is mossy cobble. This one's all smooth stone. I don't have enough player heads to do it yet for everything. I might have to do one of the things where like I put on a bunch of skins and shoot myself a bunch of times to get the heads, because wandering traders aren't the most reliable. But yeah, and then I can put them on each. I think all I have right now is smooth deep slate right there, mossy cobble here, stone bricks there, then quartz over there. I'm very tired because yesterday I did a thing with the scouts in my town, which I joined recently. Ooh, is it like a Boy Scout, Girl Scout kind of thing? I don't think y'all have Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts in Sweden, but like, is it like an equivalent to that? That's cool. I did Cub Scouts when I was little. There's no gender in it. Oh, nice. Yeah, they separate it in America. But I did Cub Scouts when I was little, which is like Boy Scouts for like little kids. Like, I don't know, 1st through 3rd grade or something like that. And honestly, I can't remember if I enjoyed it or not. There were parts of it that I enjoyed, but there's other stuff, like I would never go camping. So I was too scared to go camping. Sorry, I got distracted by the slimies over here. Alrighty. Let me lock back in. We need moss. Do I have any moss? I might not have moss. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Let's grab a bit of that. And then... What did I have? I had mossy walls. And then mossy blocks. I might grab slabs, though. Just separated by age, so I'm in the group of 15 to 18. Makes sense. That sounds fun, though. What kind of stuff do y'all do? Is it like camping stuff, or is it like community work, like service kind of stuff? What is that? What does that look like there? I've only been in it for 2 weeks, and there's one meeting every week. The last time, only one other person came, and yesterday we went to a little event, and only 5 other people came, which was all girls, so I've met around half the group. At this age, they focus mainly on hosting events and stuff, just socializing. That's cool, though. Gives you a chance to meet others. So most weeks they just play board games. Oh, that sounds fun. Love board games. Here. Alright. So on the other side, I've had it to where I'm probably going to go back and change it up, but I've had it to where the moss is the same height on each of these columns. I might add a little bit variation. I think I'm going to do it like a max 2 blocks down. But I think I'll add some variation. And then also, I might sneak some moss into these walls here. And then eventually, I'd like to add little patches of moss in the ground, too. But we're just going to stick with the columns for right now, because it's the easiest. Let's turn up the music a little bit. It's a little quiet for me. If it's too loud, let me know, and I'll turn it back down. Next week, there's no meeting, though, so I'm sad, because yesterday was so much fun. I'm glad that you've been able to find something that you can, like, socialize, like, go to socialize, because, like, I know you said that you don't like school is very stressful for you and stuff. What's it, May? Sorry, Macy's in the background. Do you want out? Do you want to go outside? Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that you've been able to find something fun that you can do to, like, socialize that's not school. Oh, I should probably have a spot in my inventory open so I can collect the blocks that I break. Maybe I'm in love. The event that was hosted yesterday, we were the only ones who came, so there were 3 groups, meaning everyone got prizes. Oh, fun! Everyone's a winner. Okay, let's see. I might switch up. I'm gonna need the torches. I won't need my hoe while I'm down here. I know I'm working with moss, but I can break it by hand. Let's get all these blocks situated here. Look at this. Let's break this one. It was like a street sign bingo. So we got a list of pictures of signs to find in the town. It was at my to find in the town. It was at my team your team got 11. The other 2 got the other 2 teams got 13 and 18. Nice. Come on, come on. Can I pick these up? Technically, the group who got 18 was kind of cheating because there was one person there who had lived in the town, so they knew where so many of the signs were at. Got a little advantage there. I remember we did something. I had a Minecraft birthday party one year when I was, what year would have that been? I think it was maybe 6th grade. So I would have been, I'm trying to do the math, like 12, 11 or 12 maybe. But we had a thing where like my mom made a list of things that were in Minecraft, and we had to go around my neighborhood and find and take pictures of things that closely resembled. Like it was kind of like a scavenger hunt bingo thing, but we had to find things that closely resembled that thing, and take pictures and bring it back as proof that we had found it. So it'd be like, I'm trying to remember, like skeleton or bone or something like that, and then we had to find something that was like kind of looks like a skeleton or looks like a bone shape or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but I just remember doing that for a birthday one year. I know it was my last birthday party too. I just kind of decided at one point that I didn't really want birthday parties anymore. Because I don't like all the attention from birthday parties. I don't really like my birthday in general because I don't like being the center of attention. So that's why you'll never really see me like post that it's my birthday or whatever on social media. It's kind of like, if you know, then you can say happy birthday to me, but I'm not, you know, I'm not letting the world know that it's my birthday. Hi, Matt. Welcome in. It's been so long since you've been in chat. How are you? Long time no see. We did something like this at an event. I was the only one with an advantage because the others were foreigners mostly. But like a scavenger hunt like that. How does this look on the columns, by the way? Do we like the low-hanging moss, or should we keep it... Hold on, let me empty my inventory a little bit more. Put my shovel and hoe in there. Do we like it to where it's kind of like variated? Or do we want it to be uniform like on the other side? So like for reference, here's what it kind of looks like here. And here's what it is here. It is satisfying it being all the way... Oh gosh, sticky keys. It is satisfying everything being at the same height here, but at the same time it's like moss. So it's like overgrown, you know? You would think that it would be a little bit more wild in how it grows. Maybe I should just finish this tunnel and then see which I prefer. I'm good. It's my last day of school today, excluding finals. Oh, nice. It was the last day of school for my parents today because they're both teachers. So like students, their last day was yesterday. So that was my brother's last day. But today was the last day for staff. Yeah, we had to look for where a picture was taken and then take a picture with an object or with that object with our group. That's fun. Have you ever seen those Instagram accounts where people will go and travel to where they've like shot movies, either where they've shot movies or where there's like really famous photos are taken, and then they try to take a picture in that spot with the positioning of the camera as accurate to the original photo or the original like screenshot from the movie as possible. Like I've seen people do that with like the Lord of the Rings movies. Like they'll go to New Zealand and they like try to find where certain scenes were shot. It's kind of fun. Hi, Cubic. Welcome in. How you doing? If I joined the Scouts earlier, I could have applied for a thing that happened, a thing happening in Estonia. So I could have gone to Tallinn. I think that's how you pronounce that. But sadly, I missed that. That stinks. I want to go to another country someday. I've never left America. Someday it will happen. And hopefully it'll be somewhere in Europe so I can meet at least one of the potato snails. One of you guys. That would be so fun. I was considering doing a travel abroad at school, but I just... It never felt like a good time to do that. That. Let me try to add some moss into this wall too. Let's see how that looks. Let's add... I don't need to put a wall there, but we'll use it. How does that look? I kind of like that. It's like subtle. I probably should add some mossy stairs to it. Maybe look better. I've written. Oh wait, where was I? I'm gonna go to Iceland one day because it is way cheaper to fly there than I thought. So that's a goal. That'll be fun. I've heard Iceland is like one of the happiest places in the world. Like I think that there's like some what's it called? Not a survey, but some... What do they call it when they go around and like... Census. There was a census. And they, by whatever metric, this determines that Iceland is like one of the happiest countries in the world. Oh no, no, no. Quick. Oh no, I messed this up. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I have a written exam on June 13th and don't have classes, but I have an oral exam on the 3rd of July. How late does school go for you in France? That's crazy. I didn't realize it went so late for you. Sorry, what I missed what you said. How late does school go in France if you're going all the way through July? Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away. Yes, you do. Well, technically, I don't have any classes after the 13th, but considering I have an oral exam later on, I'll be studying and stuff. But I'm going away for a week during that gap since it's so big. Is it like the equivalent of state testing there? Is that what it is? Like, but so like classes don't happen, but I guess the exam is scheduled for that time. That feels weird though, because like, as much as I hate state testing in America, it's like it makes sense for it to be before school ends because all that you've learned in class is still like you've still got it on your mind, you know? No, it's National French Bachelorette. Is that? I probably butchered that. What is that? The national test, I guess. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 seems pretty far, but we got planes and trains and cars. Too much stuff on me still. Think of it as a French final, except it's the middle of high school and it's just French and nothing else. Oh, interesting. It's so cool learning about other countries and like what they do, like what their schooling system is like. And comparing it to America's. The educational system is so whack and bad, I hate it anyways. I mean, hey, it can't be worse than America. They're trying to get rid of the Department of Education in America, so like, you know, could be worse for y'all. Hearing this just makes me happy I don't go to school. Yeah, you're lucky. I mean, technically, I don't go to school anymore. As of 2 weeks ago. No, 1 week ago. Yeah, 1 week ago. I was like, wait, how long have I been on summer vacation? I've already lost track of time. It's only been a week. Congrats again. Thanks. I'm excited. Now I just gotta figure out what to do next. What kind of job to get. I did a lot of job searching yesterday. I've got like a couple saved that like I found on LinkedIn that I might apply to, but the problem is I just can't find anything that I feel like passionate about. Like, cause you know, like when I was in school, like I knew that I wanted to study English literature because that's something I'm passionate about. But I'm not passionate enough for it to like become a doctor, like to like enter the academic field. You know, I don't want to become a professor or anything. So yeah, I don't know what to do now. Like I've had like kind of like a roadmap since you know middle school or high school. Whenever I decided that I wanted to study English lit, and now I don't really have a roadmap anymore, which is a little scary, to be fair. But we'll figure it out. I hope. Kind of don't want to start a new school, but they seem promising. Sorry, the chat moved. I lost where I was. Kind of don't want to start a new school, but they seem promising because they focus a lot on what's best for students, and they don't do homework either. So schoolwork stays in school. Oh, that's nice. That was the most annoying thing about college, is that like technically I was in class less time throughout the day than in high school, but I had less free time outside of class because I had so much homework. That was one thing I didn't like about most of college I preferred over high school. But that was one thing that I preferred in high school. It's just the amount of homework was less. Dang, hearing you and artists thinking about adult life and jobs and stuff is really making me project myself into the future. It's making you brainstorm what you're gonna do. I'm sure you'll probably do something with animation, right? Because that's what you're passionate about. If I had to guess. I'm 100% working in the film industry. Nice. That's exciting. I've done stuff like that's something I'm not opposed to doing because I have a minor in film. Um, which it's really weird now saying that like I have a degree in English and I have a minor uh in film because for like the last 4 years I've been saying I'm majoring in this and I'm minoring in that. But like I officially have my degree now. Well, not physically. I'm actually still waiting for it to get sent to me in the mail because they have it to where during graduation they give you like the degree holder or whatever, like the thing that the degree goes in, but they don't actually give it to you on stage because they don't want there to be a mix-up and stuff and give people the wrong one. So I'm technically still waiting on it, but officially, like in my transcript, I have officially completed my education. So it's weird saying that I have a degree. I kind of flex that. I'm like, well, actually, as someone with a degree in whatever field, I can be the actually guy. Because that's what degrees are for. It's not to get a job. It's not, you know, to better yourself with an education. It's so that you can be the actually guy in conversations. What'd you say, Matt? Your comment just got out of range. Ooh, I want to go into genetics. That's fun. I wasn't very good at genetics in high school, but I did love me some niche genetic game. Who remembers my niche streams? The game niche. Those were the days. Those were great. Maybe I should bring that back at some point this summer for nostalgic sake. Just a couple of niche streams. It's been so long that I probably don't remember the rules very well, but I could do it. I could bring them back. I'm getting my associates in arts, like basic education classes in 2016, and then I'll need to get a bachelor's or master's in something science. Oh, sorry, you going to like a community college? Also, Rain World would be fire. I've never played Rain World. I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look it up. Hawk said, right now I don't really have any plans for the future, but one thing I want is to try to move away from Sweden because I don't like the country and I don't feel at home. Really? Why is that? Normally I hear a bunch of positive things about Sweden. But no, I've never felt at home in Sweden around Swedish people, and especially the language. Really, that's interesting. Bring Meadow back too. Should we just, because I've graduated, like bring back the Camden 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 greatest hits? Meadow, Shelter, Niche. What else? Club Penguin. I'll have to find one of those Club Penguin remakes. Susan say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Lady is the same. My associates is from a community college that partners with high school. Oh, okay. Like, I don't know. I don't remember what country you're in, but like dual credit classes. That's what it was called here, at least. Is you would take classes while in high school. that were college level, and it helps you get college credit. I never did that, but I had some friends that did that. I didn't really want to rush college because I had the opportunity to graduate early, but I didn't take it because I didn't really, especially since I don't know what I want to do even now. I didn't want to rush it and have to like work sooner. So I was like, I'll keep learning. Hi, artist. How are you? What's that fancy heart you got next to your name in chat? Share the love. I don't know what that is. That's cool. Makes you stand out in chat. Hockey say, my entire life I felt like I could be at more home in the UK or something. Like Scotland feels like where I could belong. I've heard Scotland's pretty cool. From Elise. So maybe. I've never been to Scotland myself though. And an Elise. Speak of the devil, there she is. Hi Elise. How are you? You just got off of work? Ooh, nice. Very exciting. How is Zoe doing, artist? Has she been better the last couple of days? I've been here a bit. I just haven't typed yet. Fair. I'm a lurker too. I'll join a stream and I won't chat for the longest time. Sometimes I'll join a stream and I never chat, and people will never know that I was there. That's not usually the case with the potato snails. Usually, if I'm in the potato snails streams, I'll chat, but like any other streams, yeah, we'll never know I was there. MCYT highlights is always lurking. Zoe is fine. She's functioning as normal. That's good. Glad she hasn't another seizure or whatever. Oh, not me to place these. I was reading chat. I'm sad Scotland isn't available for me to move without a job. Oh, you have. Oh, yeah. I guess you gotta have like a work visa or something, maybe. I think I might want to move to Iceland though, because it's still part of the Nordic countries, and I don't want to leave that. And Iceland seems cool. I'll get back to revisiting or revising for a test tomorrow. Bye, Cubic. Good luck studying. Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I've heard Iceland is at somehow by some metric the happiest country in the world. So that could be a good choice. I had a teacher in high school, my geography teacher, who every summer he would go on a trip to another country, and I remember it was either the year I had him or the summer before I had him or the summer after, but he went to Iceland, and he said that he really liked it there. He also said he went to Australia, and he was surprised at how many words are considered like inappropriate in the English language that are just normal, like not inappropriate in Australia. That's kind of one of the first times I learned that like different cultures have different like degrees of sensitivity, I guess, when it comes to language. when he was telling us about that in class. A lovely day. I've been trying to decorate my art fight page this whole time. Is it that time of year? Art fight? I've never done art fight, but it's because I follow so many artists online. I always hear people talk about it. It's in July. Oh, gotcha. You're just like prepping for it. I can never do it. I'm not a consistent artist. Like I like to draw, and I have a bunch of sketchbooks, but like I go through periods where like I'll draw a lot, and then there are other times where like even if I want to draw, I'm not, like, for some reason I just like can't. It's not like art block because I always have something that I want to draw. It's just like sometimes I sit down and I try drawing and it just doesn't, nothing comes out the way I want it to. And so then, yeah, I don't know. So I'll go through periods where like I'll draw a lot, and then other periods where I'm just like, not. I want to draw again soon though. I haven't drawn since January, maybe. My Jinx and Isha drawing that I did was the last one. Last time I've drawn anything. Not doodles. I doodle a lot in my notebooks for class. I posted on the Discord a lot of my drawings from this semester. But those aren't like compositions, you know? Like it's not like a picture that I've drawn. Like something I've thought through a lot. It's just like little things. A lot of patterns and stuff. I've stopped drawing since school ended. Is it like, artist, is it like you, like, because like for me, like as an English major, I don't do a lot of reading outside of school because I read so much in school. Is it like that with you with art? Like you do so much art in school that like you don't really want, you kind of get burnt out on drawing when you're not in class or whatever, doing assignments for class? I'm excited that now that I'm done with school, maybe in a few months I can start like reading for fun again because I won't have stuff to do for class constantly. I'm looking forward to it. Yep. Yeah. Ecstasy. I do very little art for school, so I draw a lot over the summer. Yeah, that's kind of what it is for me. Summer is the time that I draw most. There are some times where I'll draw during school. But yeah, a lot of the times it is summer for me too. I'm hoping whatever job that I get, I hope that I have enough free time. Like I hope it's a job where I don't have to take home a lot of work. So that way I have more times in the evenings to like do something fun. Whether it's streaming at night or whether it's drawing or recording a video. I don't know. Anything that's like creatively fulfilling, you know? Because I didn't have a lot of time to do that in school. Especially with work. Because having a job, I have like homework after school, and then having a job on top of that was a lot. Okay, what are we thinking, guys, on how this tunnel is looking? Is it too mossy? Is it good? For reference, I'm trying to decide if I want it very uneven and overgrown like this, right? Or if I want it uniform like this. This is really satisfying, to be fair. But I think it does look a little bit more realistic with how much messier it is in here. At some point, I also want to come back through and have maybe some like azalea leaves hanging from the roof or on the ground. And maybe have some glowberries and stuff. So that way it actually does look overgrown. You like the uneven moss? More uneven towards the surface, but less moss deeper down. We could do that, yeah. Or like there are certain sections where like, I don't know, like here, it might be less mossy. But then once you get down to like, where is it? This part of the tunnel where we go into a lush cave, maybe it starts getting really mossy again. That's a good idea. I do like that. That's a good, I might do that. That part should be super mossy. Like the entrance, like just have it completely overgrown. We could do that. I want to do more custom caves too. Like most of the caves down there, I want to have mossy, but I do want to have some secret caves that are like this one, because this one was so fun to put together and it's so pretty. Like, I love coming down here just for fun. So I would love to do like not we could do more crystal caves like this, but I'd also like it would be cool if we did like a pale moss cave. This is like a lush cave, but with all the pale moss from the pale garden. What other caves we could do a mushroom cave. Not like this where there's mushrooms all over the ground, but like big mushrooms, you know, or some on the walls. We could do a slime cave because so many of the chunks down here are slime chunks. It's just a little annoying, but at the same time, it means I don't have to build a moss farm because I'm constantly having to kill slimes while I'm down here. So it is nice not having to build a farm. It is going. Okay, so I guess I'll continue with this then. Oh gosh, we'll laggy. This sounds gonna take a while. At least you're being summoned by artists in the chat. I feel like I don't know if it's like this at y'all's school, but like in y'all's schools, do y'all have like, or at least in high school, did y'all have like what's it called, like speaker systems where like someone from the office they'd be like, so and so, I need you to come to the office. So and so, please come to the office. I feel like that, like with artists calling for Elise in the chat, it's like, Elise, please return to the chat. Artist is looking for you. Elise, please return to the chat. Ooh, you got a dress. Very neat. For the adventure. I'm so sad I can't come. Someday though. Someday we'll meet the potato snails in person. That should be a grand day. From crying. should come anyways. I need a job first. I need financial security. It's just not a good time. The future's uncertain. I could die tomorrow. Never see the potato snails. The other day, I was going through my Apple Music playlists and like reorganizing them and getting rid of some songs on my playlist that I don't really that I skip a lot, and like adding new songs and stuff like that. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna completely redo my streaming playlist. So I deleted the playlist and made a completely new one. But I think pretty much every song that was on the old one is on this one again. I don't think barely anything has changed. Maybe a couple new songs and a couple old ones removed, but yeah, it's kind of like, well, there might not have been a reason to do all that. It's almost the exact same playlist, but make a deal with God, and I get him to swap our places. My playlist is getting more difficult to find the different parts of it. What do you mean? Oh, it has 1,157 songs. Dang. How many does this one have? Let me look. This one per stream has 225 songs. My Chill Vibes playlist, which is the one that I listen to the most, has 300. What about the other one? I have another one that's 270. Yeah, I think my main one has the most with 300. It's called Chill Vibes. How do y'all sort your playlist? I think I've asked this before, but I always like to hear how other people sort their music playlists. Like, do you do it by genre, by mood, by artist? Or do you just have the giant one like Hawk? Because like I do mine by mood. So I've got one called Chill Vibes, which is like my main one, where it's just kind of like like literally just chill music, like good vibes. But nothing like very like super loud or like super fast. Like it's very like calm songs. But then I have one called Straight Bops, which is a lot more like upbeat, fast, exciting music, like stuff that I would like go for a run listening to or like kind of like jam out to. Um, but then I have one called Sleepy Boy Hours, which is basically what I listen to for bed, which is a lot more calm and like it's even more calm than the Chill Vibes. Is like very relaxing and mellow, and that's also kind of like where some of my more like sad songs go. Not because like I feel sad and I want to listen to sad music, but just because they're like very slow and it puts me in a sleepy mood. So that's in there. And then the other day when I was going through my playlists, I broke up my instrumental playlist because I had one that was just all instrumental music in one place. But I had come to find that like I didn't like listening to that one very much because I would have like movie scores with lo-fi with gaming music and it was just all kind of mixed together and it's like there's a lot of like tonal whiplash from song to song. So I was like, I'm gonna split it up. So I made one called 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗦, which is like just like whatchamacallit, movie scores. I also have classical music in that one, not because they're in not because like they're in movies, just because it kind of fit tonally. It's a lot of like orchestra music or whatever. And then I have one that's cozy instrumental, which is kind of like some more like acoustic instrumental music, or like I think I have some gaming music in there too, like Minecraft is in that one. Then I have one that's late night gaming, which is a lot more like synth wavy, and a lot more like tech, not techno music, but like whatchamacallit, like I guess synth wavy is just the best way to describe it. And then I have one that's lo-fi. That's just lo-fi for like studying or working or stuff like that. Um, and then I have a couple of odd ones that don't really fit the rest, like because most of it is by mood. But I also have like Christmas music as a playlist that I only listen to around December. I have a Minecraft music playlist, which is just Minecraft music from various Minecraft games. Like it's got Minecraft Dungeons. I think maybe a Minecraft Earth or two in there, but it's just Minecraft music. And then I've got one that's I like to save the replay playlist that they make you at the end of the year. It's like these were your top 100 songs from the year. So I had to go back and look at those. So that one's in there too for 2024. But yeah, that's how I've sorted mine. I have how many total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 12. Because I also have my favorites. I have a playlist that's just my favorite music from like all of them. All these playlists. That one, how many does that have in it? Oh, it doesn't say. If I had to guess, this is probably like 100 songs. Not very many. Compared to the others. I have playlists for situations and moods, I guess, but also genres. I used to have a giant one, and now I have a lot of random ones where I cannot explain anything that's there, but I know when to listen to it. As long as you know. It's your playlists. Oh, Matt, you make OC playlists? That's fun. I sort mine by just what I want to listen to together. So there's one part of it that's just Japanese music, and one part that has Epic the Musical, and one part with songs that I could sleep to, but it's also wait, so it's all in one playlist? Or do you have separate playlists? I put Aurora, oh I never know how to say their name. Yellork Yellowkirk Yellowcra Yale Okra. That's what I'm calling it. It's a mix between Yale, like the college, and okra. I put Aurora, Yale Okra, Rabbitology, Sparkbird. Is Sparkbird the one that's also in Traffic Twit and Hermit Twit? I think. Um, Lilith Max and a few others in the same area in my playlist because they have their songs. Wait, because they have songs. Oh gosh, I'm getting mixed up here. I'm an English major. I can read this. Hold on. Because they have their songs have the same vibes to them. That makes sense. Okay. I understand. I comprehended. I have a sleepy time playlist, but I don't know what it is because my roommate keeps asking how I could ever fall asleep to it. Yeah, your music is very loud. Slash pause. But like I remember you posting your like Spotify recaps or whatever. Spotify uh Wrapped. That's what it's called. Um, yeah, and I just know your music's very. I couldn't listen to it very much. The songs I usually sleep to. Songs I usually sleep to. I have at the start. at the end of my playlist the ones that are songs with lyrics, mostly at the end. So then it's a lot of Studio Ghibli that makes up most of it, both the start and the end. I have a couple of Studio Ghibli songs in there. Okay, I have the one from Totoro. I forget what it's called. I have the one from uh what's it called? Castle in the Sky. I think those are the only two I have. I might have a Kiki song in there. You can pronounce their name however you want. Okay, then it's 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗦. Cam, you should follow me on Spotify. I have a Spotify account, but I don't use it. The only time I used Spotify was for work, because to connect to the speakers at work, it had to be up through Spotify. It wouldn't let me connect to my Apple Music. So I only re-downloaded Spotify in order to connect. But my family has like a family plan on Apple Music, so I don't get ads. And so I just use Apple Music because free subscription through them. It's not free, but because my parents paid for it. So I could follow you on Spotify, but I won't ever see what you're listening to, and you won't ever see me listening to anything because I just don't use it. I am sadly ad ridden. You don't have premium. Personally, I don't mind ads. Like, if I had the opportunity not to use ads, like right now, with me using Apple Music, okay, obviously I'll take it. But like when I was little, I would go to bed at night listening to like radio, like just normal radio, and it'd be like FM stations. So I listen to ads all the time. Um, so like I feel like I have a bigger tolerance for ads than most people do. Just because I listened to them so much when I was little. Also, like, I don't know what it is, but listening to Christmas music with ads is is calming to me for some reason. Like, it makes me feel nostalgic because I would listen to stations that did 24-hour Christmas music, but then there would also be a bunch of Christmas ads at the same time while I'm listening to it. Which I don't know what that says about the commercialization of Christmas, but I have been I do feel nostalgic for it. I don't like subscription services, like paying for them. I'm cheap, so like I will try to use, if there's a service that I can use without paying for it and it's not too big of a problem, like if my parents decide like you can't use our Apple Music subscription anymore or whatever, like I'd be fine with not paying for a new subscription and listening to ads. Like I would listen to Spotify without premium. But like there are some subscription services that I would buy myself if my parents didn't pay for it. Like I would probably Disney Plus and Netflix I would probably still have subscriptions to. Maybe Hulu. Hulu, Netflix, and Disney Plus are kind of the only subscription services that I use though. We also have Amazon, but I don't really ever watch anything on Amazon. We might have Peacock, but I don't ever use it. So when it comes to like movies and shows and stuff, I use subscription services a lot. But and speaking of Disney Plus, I'm so obsessed with Andor, guys. Like it's arcane levels of obsessed right now with how much it takes up room in my mind. It's such a good show. I highly recommend it to y'all. If y'all like sci-fi stuff, even if you don't like sci-fi stuff, like there's like a lot of it takes place on planets that are like Earth, and most of the characters are humans. There's a couple of droids, like Star Wars droids, but like compared to most other Star Wars stuff, there's like barely any aliens as main characters. They're more just like background. And also, if you don't like Star Wars, or if you've never watched Star Wars, I would say this is the one Star Wars thing that you can watch without having watched any other Star Wars media. It does a really good being like very self-contained. Like it connects to the other movies, but like it provides you all the context you need within the show. You know, I think the only character that they refer to that you would need to know who that is from other Star Wars stuff is Emperor Palpatine, because he's like the big bad of Star Wars. So they say the Emperor and Emperor Palpatine all the time, but they don't like he's not in the show itself. He's just referred to because he's like the dictator of the Star Wars universe. Like they have to talk about him. But yeah, it's so good. Like, and it's so thematically relevant right now. Like the themes of the show, it's all about revolution and the rise of fascism and how to fight it. And you know, anyone keeps up with the news right now, that's all very important. And yeah, it's such a good show. It ended on its second season, and it's like really good. It stuck the landing, unlike Arcane. Arcane did fine. It was okay, but the ending did disappoint me a little bit. I still think Arcane is my favorite. It's my favorite show, but of my favorites, I wouldn't consider it the best show I've ever seen. I would say that as far as writing goes, Andor is better, but I do still have a soft spot for Arcane. It's still my favorite. But yeah, it was so good, and it's all I can think about. So if anyone follows my alt on Twitter, I'm so sorry for the amount of of Andor posts that you've been getting, like retweets and um, just everything. It's all I've been able to think about. Ooh. 1 second. Sorry guys, my brother just came in. He got home from working out with my sister. Why I get jumped if I say Arcane season 1 is better than season 2? No, I agree with you. Like I like season 2. I would defend it more than most people, but it's it's flawed, whereas I feel like Arcane season 1 is close to perfect. Which maybe that's a hot take, saying season 1 is close to perfect. I feel like a lot of people have turned on the show since season 2. But season 1 is still one of the greatest single seasons of television that I've ever watched. Should have been 2 seasons. It definitely should have been longer. I don't know if they could have gotten a whole second. A lot of it would have had to change if they added a whole new season. I think if they had done another season, they should have had it to where season 2, Act 1 is the same, the first 3 episodes. They should have added an act between Act 1 and what is now Act 2 that kind of fills in that time gap. It doesn't have to take up that whole time gap. It could be immediately following Act 1, or it could be immediately preceding Act 2. Like, there can still be a little bit of a gap, but they needed more time in between there to explore, like, Caitlyn while she's in charge of martial law and everything, and how that impacts the Undercity. And then I think Act 3 of a season 2 should have ended with what is Act 2 now. So I think it's season, if they added a third season, season 2 should have ended with the raid on Victor's not compound, commune. It should end with the commune. And then season 3 have have, I guess, I don't need to say spoiler warning anymore. It's been enough time. So have it to where Victor dies at the end of season 2, but then season 3 is about him slowly coming back in his new form, and then like have the lead up into the final battle better. And then that gives you more time to explore. If you space it out, that gives you more time to explore Mel, who I feel like was kind of her story was kind of like not ignored, but it could have been fleshed out more in season 2. So that gives you more time to spend with Mel and her exploring her past, and also then you can kind of see her like train to use her magic more, rather than just, ooh, speaking of Arcane, the soundtrack's on. Yeah, it gives you more time with her. It gives you more time to explore how Caitlyn's martial law is impacting the Undercity, and then gives you more time to like grieve Isha at the end of season 2, like because she could still have that sacrifice. Because that was one of the biggest things, is like it made me mad that she sacrificed herself, and then obviously like that her death impacts Jinx because she kind of becomes depressed in the last 2 episodes. But like I feel like I don't think Isha's name gets mentioned at all in the last 2 episodes. Like there's that one scene where it's like the flashback of her doing it, but like I don't know, it felt like her sacrifice was kind of brushed over, oh, which I didn't like. And then my biggest complaint with season 2, the thing that makes me the most mad, is like my favorite thing about Arcane is like the commentary on like economic inequality, and like the the Piltover versus Zahn conflict, and that is wrapped up so quickly in order to fight back against Victor, that it didn't feel earned. Like I felt like eventually that's where it should have ended, right? Like honestly, everything in the show ended the way it should have in my mind, except I don't think some of it was earned. I felt like they needed to spend a little bit more time to get there, because like Zahn just immediately decides to team up with Piltover, and I'm like, they wouldn't, after everything Piltover did to Zahn, they wouldn't team up with them that easily. Like it got resolved way too quick. So I felt like if they added another season, or at least another act, they could have explored that a little bit more and had a little bit more of a back and forth with them. Yeah, that would have been cool. But alas, I still like it. I think everything up until the last act, everything until the last 2 episodes, I still think is like almost perfect. It's just that the last 2 episodes, everything starts moving at a million miles an hour, and some threads get wrapped up a little too quickly. Um, so I would have liked more time, whether it's just one more act or whether it was a whole third season. I don't know, but I still love it. Um, Give me more Echo. Yeah, we could have got more Echo too. I love Echo. He's a top 3 character for me. My top 3 are Jinx is number 1. She's one of my favorite, like, just fictional characters of all time. Then Caitlyn, then Echo. And not because I am a Caitlyn defender. Like she's not number 2 because of that. Like she did a lot of messed up stuff in season 2, but I think she's a really interesting character. And then Echo's just the goat. If anyone, I don't believe anyone if they say that they don't like Echo, because he's the only character in the show that's done like nothing wrong. He's like the only one that has like he's just perfect. There's nothing bad you can say about Echo, other than like you wish that there was more of him in the show. But like he's just the bestest boy. Um, I wish we saw Echo explain stuff to Jinx after he saved her. Yeah, that would have been nice. You can kind of infer what he said to her, but it would have been nice to see. that scene. But it definitely would have messed up the pacing of the last episode. So yeah, it's hard. A longer season would have fixed that though. I'm happy season 2 exists because 𝗕𝗓 exists because of it, and 𝗕𝗓 existing makes me feel seen as someone who doesn't really speak. 𝗕𝗓's great. I love 𝗕𝗓. She was in my top 3 characters. I have bumped her down a little bit on rewatches because I've been like, she is kind of just an extension of Jinx in the same way. If anyone's seen The Mandalorian, the Star Wars show, in the same way that Grogu or Baby Yoda is an extension of Mando. Like both Grogu and 𝗕𝗓 don't really have arcs of their own. They kind of just help progress the arc of the Guardian in their relationship. But that doesn't make them any less likable. I love 𝗕𝗓. I love Grogu. They're the best. But yeah, I do agree. Sorry, that was the long. If you get me started on media that I like, the stream just comes to a halt. I just started talking about the shows that I like. Yeah, Arcane's to go. I'm still waiting for season 2 to come out on DVD. I have season 1 because I'm starting a physical media collection where I collect movies and shows that I like on DVD. And I have season 1 of Arcane. They haven't released season 2 on DVD yet, so I'm still waiting on that. I'll be happy when I can add it to my collection. Right now, my collection is really small. I only have Arcane season 1, Andor season 1, and WandaVision. But I'm gonna add more over time. I want to get Agatha All Along when it comes out on DVD. Andor season 2 definitely. And then I'm considering maybe getting The Bear. The Bear is not like one of my favorite shows, but it is a show that I like. And so I might add it. I wish Stranger Things was on DVD. I would get Stranger Things. I think season 1 you can get, but seasons 2 through 4, they don't. Maybe with the show ending though, then they'll do some kind of special collector's edition or whatever. Bring back more physical media. I did a whole project, not this last semester, but 2 semesters ago, all about why people should invest in physical media more and why it should make a comeback. But it also kind of made me sad because in my research I found out that like, even though like some streaming services like Disney Plus have been experimenting with releasing stuff on DVD, they've at the same time they've been like slowly ending a lot of their physical media releases. Like I think they stopped selling DVDs in like the entire country of Australia. I think I read an article that was like Disney has ceased like sales of DVDs in Australia. And I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Like I get that not a lot of people have been like, it should be like a thing like vinyl where it's like for collectors, you know? At least. Like you don't have to do a bunch, like sell it everywhere to the same degree that it was like it used to be. But they definitely should bring it back. I have The Last of Us season 1 on disc, but I still need season 2 still. Are you talking about the show or the game? Well, obviously. Like I said, obviously it would be the show. I didn't know HBO did, or HBO Max did physical releases. That's cool though. I'll have all the current Hunger Game movies on both Blu-ray and DVD. That'd be good. The show? Okay, yeah. Season 2 is still airing though, isn't it? I haven't watched it. I have a bunch of old Disney movies on DVD. I do too. My family does. As far as like DVDs in my collection that I personally bought, I only have 3. But I'm thinking, because my mom told me like a while ago, that she's considering getting rid of a bunch of our DVDs, and I was like, wait, if you ever commit to doing that, at least let me go through, and I'll take some of them, especially the Disney movies, just because I'm so much of a Disney fan, and I will rewatch them. And we have a bunch of like, there's some Disney movies that we have multiple versions of on DVD. I don't know why. Like we have multiple Snow Whites. We have multiple. What else do we have? Like Beauty and the Beasts. I'm like, I don't know why we have multiple, but it's good for me. Because then I can take one, they can keep one, you know? Whenever I get my own place. I don't have HBO Max, but I think it's still airing. Oh, but I think it's still airing. DVD will be after it's done, obviously. Yeah, I think it is still airing, because I see a lot of people on my timeline talking about it each week. I'm tempted to watch it. I should watch a I can speak. I should watch the game first, though. Or play it. I don't know if I would play it. I don't really like buying story games. I kind of like just watching playthroughs of it because it's the same story. I know that I won't get the satisfaction of playing it, but especially for a game like that where it's like horror, and I don't like horror stuff, that's one I would definitely be willing just to watch playthrough instead of playing it myself. Which I know maybe some fans of the game would think is like blasphemous. Like, why didn't you want to play the game? But I don't know. I just can't do scary stuff. Like Sinners. I've been wanting to watch Sinners, but it's horror. And I'm like, I'm not a big fan of horror, so I will just wait until it's on Netflix or DVD or something, and then watch it during the day with all the windows open. Because I'm a chicken. I can do horror, but I'm terrible at 2D games. So I won't play Blasphemous. Is Blasphemous a game? I said Blasphemous because I'd like people would consider me not playing it blasphemous. Rain World is the only 2D horror I really enjoy. I don't play any horror or watch any horror. The only horror movies I've been able to sit through are The Thing, but I watched that during the day with the windows open on my computer, so it's a small screen. So The Thing I've watched through. I watched through Aliens. I've not watched Alien, but in one of my film classes we watched Aliens. That one wasn't bad. But also, I would consider that more of an action movie than a horror movie. What else have I watched? I feel like there was another horror movie. I tried watching it at a friend's house. The newer one. Not the 80s one. I think the original was in the 80s. Not watched that one, but the newer one I tried to watch, but I couldn't do it. I had to go to another room. Luckily it was like a party. So there were people in the other room. Like it wasn't like I was abandoning my friends. Yeah, and then Psycho. But Psycho, I guess by today's standards, isn't really a horror movie. At the time it was scary, but like it's by today's standards, it's not scary at all. I don't like horror games or movies, but when it comes to horror anime, I can somehow watch it without any problems. That's kind of me with like violent stuff. I really don't like watching, like not necessarily horror, but like really gory action movies. I don't really like watching them if it's live action, but I can handle gore more if it's animated. So I think there's more of like larger degree of separation, like, or not degree of separation. What's the word? What's the term I'm looking for? Like disbelief. I know it's fake, you know, because it's animated. But at the same time, like I still, everyone says that Invincible is a really good show. I can't bring myself to watch it either though, because all the clips that I see of it, the fights look so gory, and it makes me uneasy. So I still haven't watched that. But like Arcane, there's some scenes in Arcane I think where it's like if this were live action, I would be a little uneasy watching it. But it's fine. It's animated. What about the Magnus Archives audio horror? I've heard of the Magnus Archives, but I've never known what it is. I thought it was a YouTube series. I don't know. I've never tried it. Maybe I'd be fine with it. It's a podcast, horror themes, but based more on story or lore. Maybe I could give it a try. Get all my tools mixed up here. Most of the podcasts that I listen to are not like story themed. It's just people talking. I listen to a lot of like movie or show review podcasts. And then I think my favorite podcast though is does anyone here listen to the Sad Boys podcast? That's one that I'll tune into every week. It's kind of like, I think it started out as a podcast about mental health, but now they like still touch on it every once in a while, but like a lot of the times now they just talk about just internet stuff, like funny stuff going on online, trends, and sometimes media. Like they did a whole podcast on the Minecraft movie and how silly it was. Yeah, I do really like that one. What about y'all? What podcasts do you listen to, if any? I've been neglecting to do a lot of the moss on the ceiling. Come back. Oh, this is all supposed to be bricks, not stone. I'm on my rewatch with the Magnus Archives. It's 200 episodes. 200 episodes. Jeez Louise. Not including bonus and sequel. That's a lot for like a story podcast. Like if that were like a movie one or like something that's not connected, you know? But having to listen to all 200, it's a commitment. I've tried listening to a podcast, but it gets boring for me, so I just don't. That's fair. I think I listen to so much while I do. Like, I multitask a lot. Like, I'll be playing Minecraft and I'll listen to podcasts. Or I'll be doing chores and I'll be listening to podcasts or music. Or, like, for school, like, I can't focus on... As much as I love reading, I've gotten really bad at, like, focusing on books if I'm just reading it. So I usually have to have it playing at the same time. Either that or while I'm doing something else and listening to it in order to stay focused. So yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff while doing things. So I think that's why I could focus on podcasts so well, so easily. Potentially unbeknownst to you as I was gone, but I've returned. Or have you? Or have you been here the whole time? But welcome back. We're talking about podcasts right now, Elise. And podcasts that we listen to. Do you listen to any? Are you a podcast listener? They had to cut a lot of storylines to make it fit into 200 episodes. That's crazy. I do kind of, but I'm embarrassed of them, so I won't. What, really? What podcasts would be? She's listening to Joe Rogan, guys. I can't believe this. Now I'm curious. What kind of podcasts? I won't pry, though, if you don't want to name them. Not anything morally corrupt. It's just comedy. But I feel like it's not for the people of the potato snails. Gotcha. It's a podcast of rabbits talking, definitely. Yeah, it sounds like something she'd listen to. I started recently listening to... I've never really watched Smosh. Like, I've known what Smosh is, like, some of the people that are on it. But I've never actually, like, watched anything Smosh related until a couple weeks ago. I kept getting their Reddit stories series, which I think it's considered a podcast. I've been getting it recommended a lot on... what's it called? YouTube. And so I started listening to it. And then I ended up binge watching a bunch of them, like while packing and moving out of school. And then I got home and I was doing a lot. The other day I was cleaning out my closet a lot because I got home with all my stuff and I'm like, man, I've been the last 4 years just kind of using my room and my closet as storage while I've been at school. And now it's gotten like really stuffed. And so I was going through and just like finding books to get rid of and clothes to get rid of and just a bunch of stuff in my closet. But in the process, I was listening to that Reddit Stories podcast. I was intrigued. Get me hooked. I've been watching the animals talking with the buttons on Instagram. Oh, like when the like train cats or dogs like press the buttons. I've seen those. Those are fun. I've been getting a lot of cat TikToks lately that make me feel like a Facebook mom. The way that I watch them. It's just cats doing silly things, like just falling over or being cute and cuddly. But I'll just sit and watch them for like 10 minutes. Do any of you want to see my playlist consisting of 1,157 songs? Sure. You link it in the. You can link it in the music channel on Discord. I'll check it out after stream. My roommate was like in this last semester or this last year was really big into music, and it's like he and I would exchange songs a lot, like song recommendations. And I got him to start listening to the 𝗦𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏. It's like, oh, I really like this band. I'm like, yes, you've been converted to a 𝗦𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 fan. Tack, hello. Welcome in. Thanks on the congratulations. Long time no chat. How have you been? Long time no chat. I said that so like naturally, like that's a normal thing to say. I'm like, wait a second. Long time no see. Been busy. Moved across the country. That's crazy. Currently in job hunting mode. I'm the same. Job hunting mode for the first time. Just a little scary. I don't really know what I'm looking for either, but hopefully I can find something either nearby or remote. Because I don't think I could move across the country right now. That sounds stressful. But good luck with the job hunting. What's your degree in? English literature. The minor in film. Which is crazy to say that I have a degree now. Instead of saying I'm majoring in this, just saying I have a degree. Same? Really? That's cool. I didn't realize that you had the same. Yeah, it's one of those things at the time where it was like, I'm passionate about books and reading, so I'm going to get an English degree. And then I'm like, well, now I don't know what to do with this English degree. There's a lot you can do with an English degree, but at the same time, it's not like a set path, I guess. It's not like you get, you major in biology and then you become a doctor, It's like you can do a bunch of different things. There's like a lot of options now. A little too many options. But hopefully I'll figure something out. I sent the link to my playlist in your Discord cam. Cool. I'll check it out after stream. Job hunting with an English degree is wild, dude. Like, you can literally go into any industry and be useful. Look for communications heavy roles and be prepared to explain your degree to them, that it teaches communications and critical thinking skills. That was one thing. There was a career center on my campus that like taught us how to like do job hunting and stuff like that. And one of the people there that I had a meeting with, she was like, a lot of jobs won't say looking for someone with a degree in English, but she was like, if you see anything with communications, that applies to you. If you see anything with like journalism, that can apply to you. Especially because like I took some classes where I learned like AP style and like journalism like writing. So she was like, if you ever see things with communications like that, that's something that you can consider. So hopefully I find something. The hardest thing for me is I don't have a license, so I am a little restricted at the moment with where I can work. It's either I gotta be remote or something near where I live now, where I can get a ride to work. But maybe by the end of the summer I can get a license. We'll see. I just have a really bad fear of driving, which is kind of keeping me from getting it. Every job I have has been in a different industry. At this point, I've worked in fast food, retail, e-commerce, healthcare, consulting, self-storage. I just landed an interview with a title or at a title company. That's crazy. It's a lot of different things. Hopefully, in my job search, I can find something that like I feel like passionate in, like find an industry, maybe one that like I haven't considered. Like I would never consider like consulting, but maybe I end up getting a job at a consulting company and then I'm like, oh, I actually feel like I fit in here or whatever. I feel like this is a job I can do. We'll see. I think some of the ones that I'm looking at right now are more like journalism based. Because I did an internship for like a month. It was a really short-lived internship this last year, but it was for a entertainment blog where I was like writing about. I think they hired me on as a TV writer, so I would just report on news and like the TV industry, and I kind of enjoyed it. But the thing was, it was like it was hard to balance with 12 hours of classes plus my actual job, and it was unpaid. It was an unpaid internship, and so with how busy I was like, I need to prioritize my paid job, which is just a barkeep at an ice cream shop. But I was like, this might be something I would consider doing as like a job, but it would have to be paid because doing all of that work, it was kind of a having to do all the research and stuff to write articles. It was kind of time consuming, and I had to do one every day on top of schoolwork and work. And so I was just like, I can't, this isn't sustainable at the moment, especially unpaid. But yeah, if I can find a job like that that is paid, I think I'd be into it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll find something, like I said, that I wasn't even considering. Yeah, so the consulting job, they were looking for someone to write up articles to send out to their clients. That's why they went for the English degree. Ah, that makes sense. At first, my goal was to do something publishing related. Um, but then I took a class on publishing, and I was just like, it's work that I can do. It's not work that I don't know if I'd want to do. Because in my head, I was like, oh, editing sounds like a fun job. You get to read all these books and all these transcripts and stuff, and yeah. But in practice, I was doing it, and I was like, actually, I don't know if I like this. I've tried not to get into publishing at all. Really? Is that not something that you've ever been interested in? It was something I was considering because I did yearbook in high school, and I really enjoyed that. I was our editor, like the editor-in-chief for our school yearbook, and I really liked that responsibility in high school. So I thought that'd be something that I'd enjoy in college, but yeah, it just didn't hit the same. To be fair, a yearbook is very different from like actual books. I guess it's more similar to like a magazine. It's just not a good fit for me, I think. I prefer other stuff, I guess. That's fair. That's kind of what I've come to learn from that class. Although there are a couple of opportunities I'm looking at right now that are with publishing companies, but they're like not like they're like textbook companies, like for school. Um, which I was considering. I'm like, maybe that's something I could do. Um, we'll see. How are these tunnels looking? Very mossy. I like it. But yeah, another weird thing with all the job searching is uh like I've never really seen what it's like to work anywhere other than I've never really been exposed to anything that's not like a school environment because both of my parents are teachers, and then obviously up until now I've only ever gone to school. And so the thought of doing something not out of school is weird. I don't Teaching might not be for me. Um and so yeah, the thought of not being on a school schedule all year is gonna be weird. Like when my parents are on break or my siblings, and it's me still at work, whatever. That'll be weird to get used to. But who knows? It might be kind of freeing at the same time, not being stuck to that same schedule that I've been in my whole life. Who knows? First summer is rough, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. This cracked brick into the wall. I need to come back with more cracked bricks and just sprinkle them in. Right now they're only in the ground. Especially if you only get 2 weeks of leave. Yeah. I'm trying to rationalize it though, because I have been for the last couple years just go 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 in school, where it's I get done with classes and then I'm immediately on to homework, and then if I'm not working on homework the whole night, then I'm going to work at the ice cream shop. And so I'm just trying to think hopefully I can find a job where it's work stays at work. I don't have a lot of work to do outside of the normal shift, normal hours, so that I can come home and there's a separation. But who knows? Maybe I will have to find a job um, where there's not that separation, especially if it's something remote or work at home, and I have to do it here. If that's the case, if I get something that's remote and work at home, then I'll probably find a way to um be in another room, because I have a laptop and then I have my setup that I'm on right now, and I'm if maybe I could find a way to just do normal work on my laptop and go to another room of the house, or go outside or something to do work. So that way it's there's this is so that way I'm in a room where it's this is work time and then this is free time or whatever. I don't know. Remote is great if you can land that. I also highly recommend longer days in exchange for more days off. The best schedule I ever had was 3 10-hour days and 4 days off every week. That sounds amazing. That'd be so good. Yeah, it's hard because remote would be great for one, just my situation right now, but also just like not having to commute anywhere. But at the same time, I do feel like it'll be a little weird. Like, part of me wonders if I'm gonna miss being somewhere with people, you know? Like, I've never had to be in an office situation. Because the only job that I've ever had was that ice cream job. But, like, not seeing people every day outside of, like, my family could be weird. So, I don't know. I guess it's something I'll just have to try a couple of different jobs and see what I prefer, learn as I go, but yeah. A lot of employers are sus uh, of letting fresh grads work remotely because something boomers have so much to teach us. Oh, they're like, yeah, they don't want to allow that. Personally, I disagree with that perspective, but it's a common one in the workplace. Yeah, I know I've heard just online talk about how like COVID made a lot of people like reevaluate what jobs need to be done in person and what needs to be remote. And so like some companies are letting people go online, but at the same time some people are like, no, we need to go back to being completely in person. And then there's some politicians that are like, remote work is stupid. And I'm like, well, you don't know your constituents very well. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like you only say that because you want to do your work remote. Yeah, also I wonder because like what I'd prefer because I remember in high school during COVID when we all went online, I really didn't like online school. Um, but that was kind of different because that was like lectures as opposed to doing work myself. And also in high school, or not high school, in college, so much of the work was online anyway. Like stuff that you had to submit was online. So even though we had in-person classes, it was a lot of all of the homework would be online work. So I think that's got me used to working on my computer a lot. Did I run out of... Oh no, stairs are here. I'm offhand. Guess at some point I should start thinning out this moss like we had talked about earlier. Now that we're getting a little deeper into the tunnel, it's like the moss wouldn't be seeping in as much. Make this a little easier on me. Make it go a little faster too. Going lurk mode, but good luck with the job hunt. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by. It's good catching up. Good luck with your job hunt as well. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking about the tunnels? Are we liking them? I'm liking them. Looks really nice. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to come back at some point and add some more stuff in the roof, like leaves. Maybe add some vines in here. And then like low berries. But that'll be in the future. It's nice having projects like this that I can keep coming back to after I finish stuff like the sawmill and stuff. I have a couple builds that I want to do in upcoming videos. I'll have to get done this summer. We might do those on stream though, because you know a lot of y'all were here when I did the sawmill on stream, and that was really fun to do. But I still was able to put it in the video and stuff. So it's like if you're on stream, you get a sneak peek of the build. That's gonna be in the next video. Excuse me. So I might do that. That might be the way I do videos in the future. Just do all the building for the video on stream. That could be fun. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to make more Let's Play videos. And then I also want to do more 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 highlights compilations. I don't know how many of y'all here watch my 𝗦𝗢𝗓 highlights compilations, but those are so fun to make because it's fun making videos where it's like I'm not in it. Where it's like not just my just not me. I'm not in the spotlight. It's other people. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can get to a point where like maybe I could do editing commissions for other people, because I just like editing. That's my favorite part of making videos. Recording is my least favorite part. But actually going into like DaVinci Resolve and putting it together on a timeline and everything, it's so fun for me. It's like it'd be so cool if I could like build up a portfolio of edited videos with my normal YouTube videos, and then with stuff that I do on 𝗦𝗢𝗓 highlights, and then find a way to like do editing commissions and stuff on the side of like a normal job. That could be fun. Who knows? I might need more practice with editing. Learn how to do it a little better. I did take an editing class in college. Well, not it wasn't an editing class. It was a production class with a unit on editing. The editing part was my favorite part of that class. Like we did cameras, we did broadcasting. It's like there's like the film, like the camera part, which is like how to like shoot things, how to stage, or how to frame what you're shooting, and then it's like actual sorry, I zoned out for a second. Actual like putting it together in the editing software, and that was my favorite part. Maybe it's because I already kind of was familiar with it with making YouTube videos, but I don't know. There's something that's just so satisfying about watching it come together into a final product in the editing bay. that I really like. So like I would love it if there were like someone that needed their streams cut down into like smaller videos, or they just sent me a bunch of footage for videos that they recorded that they want me to edit for a YouTube video, whether it's Minecraft or like vlogs or podcasts or whatever. That would be so fun. I would love that. So if anyone's listening and you need videos edited for podcasts or whatever, hit me up. I don't have any rates, but we could figure something out. I learned that art commissions weren't for me, but maybe maybe video commissions are, editing commissions. When I used to do chalkboard commissions, those were fun, but I really only did that for people in town. I was thinking of maybe making game development videos. That could be fun. You mean like tutorials or like videos showing off the development of your game? Either way, that could be cool. Not tutorials, just like what I'm doing, progress update type things. That would be fun. I would watch those. Watch a lot of them. They're called dev vlogs. I've heard that term before, but I don't know how many I've watched. Your game looks so fun right now. Like, just like aesthetically. Like, I love the art in it. It's so pretty. I'm excited for the day that we're able to play it. Though that might be in the far future. It's alright. Have a good time, 'cause it's alright. I'll probably never be done, but it's also so fun to work on. Yeah. Having hobbies like that is good. I need slabs. It's alright. Have a good time, 'cause it's alright. Ooh, it's alright. Everybody knows that it's alright. Lovely. I'm cooking right now, so I keep not hearing things because it's loud. Ooh, what you making? I forget it's like dinner time for for y'all. I guess it's past dinner time, isn't it? Wait, let me make sure I have. Yeah, isn't it like 10? If I have my math correct. I think I finally got it memorized how many hours that you are ahead of me. I think it's 6 hours. You're 6 hours ahead of me. Yeah. And then Cubic, Haiku, and Hawk are 7 hours, I think. And then Artist is an hour behind me. And then I don't have Jess memorized. That's too hard. Australia. Stir fry thingy. Ooh. You used to have Aussie lands memorized? Yeah, while Elise was there. That reminds me, I gotta make dinner soon. What time is it for you, Matt? For me, it is almost 4:30. 4:29. No, 26. 26. Ohio to Germany time zone memorized? You have a friend in Germany? Was that why you have it memorized? Only an hour ahead of you? Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would be about dinner time if you're an hour ahead. Oh, what can it mean? A dream believer and a homecoming. I had actual proper dinner earlier for the first time in a while. What, have you just not been eating lunch or whatever instead? I have a really bad habit of just eating a meal a day. Honestly, I should probably eat more. But I'm a big snacker. So, like, I'll snack throughout the day. Probably not very much stuff that's not very healthy for me, but I don't. Like, at school, I only ever really ate a meal a day. Here, I'll have, like, a protein shake in the morning. But that's not a meal. But it fills me up for the day. I've not had any actual dinner, cooked dinner, just like cup noodles or bread or oh yeah, like easy to make stuff. So I feel very stuttery today. It's probably because I haven't streamed in a while, but this is why I can never do a podcast. In the past, I've considered like I should do a podcast. I don't know what I'd talk about, but I should do one. But I'm like, I feel like listening to a podcast of me talking would be awful. If I did a podcast, it would have to be something scripted because when you just let me yap, as all my streams can show, I kind of get rambly. You would enjoy a cam podcast? I don't know. This is a podcast, but it feels like less. I don't know. I feel like with a podcast, you have to be more structured. Which I guess you would have show notes and stuff, but maybe someday I'll make a cam podcast, but right now you guys just get stream cam. Can. My name is Can. The Cam Can podcast. But instead of like listening to it on Spotify or whatever, like in your normal podcast listening platforms, it's a can. Like, you know those like phone cans that you would make as a kid with like two cans with like a string attached? Yeah, that's how you tune into the pod. Is you have to have one of those. And I'm like wired into your telephone can. That's how you listen to the podcast. So that's what makes it the Cam Can podcast. Would it be the Cam Can podcast or the Can podcast? to workshop it. I've been waiting for the day that like I make a video with multiple POVs, and then in order to like say whose POV you're watching, in the corner it would say like Elise Cam or Artist Cam, and then it cuts to me and it's just the Cam. It's like such a stupid little joke, but I'm like, I'm waiting for the day that I have some video where I can do that, just for the excuse of having Cam as like a key in the corner. What would I talk about on, what would you listen to me talk about on the Camcast, if there was a Camcast? I think what would be most fun to talk about would be like media I enjoy, but I don't know if anyone else would listen to me talk about the media that I enjoy, unless it's like, I guess, media that they like too. I feel like though on stream sometimes I start ranting about media I enjoy, and then it's like, oh gosh, here he goes again. Who got him talking about Arcane? We can't do this. Like earlier when y'all started getting me talking about Arcane, and I just stopped playing the game for like 10 minutes while I ranted. Good thing not a lot of y'all have watched Andor. Because if I started rambling about Andor right now, my viewer count would plummet. You get them started on Arcane again. I wish I could talk to y'all about Andor though. So good. I'm rewatching it right now with my brother. And y'all are like, oh gosh, here we go. Jim and you have been watching Arcane together? Is this her first time watching it? That's exciting. Me and my brother, I've been watching not Arcane. I did watch Arcane with my brother, and he loved it. It is her first time? Yay! It's exciting. I love showing people media that I like. I don't know, like, I'm not one that, like, I've never, like, dated anyone, but I feel like if there's, like, a love language for, like, sharing media that you enjoy, like, that would be my love language. Is, like, look at this cool thing, or whatever. But yeah, like, I've been watching Andor with my brother. We just finished season 1, and now we're about to start season 2 tonight, probably. But it's so fun. I love watching people's reactions. Like, I know it's coming, and so then I get to like see them react to it for the first time. It's so fun. I love it. Hi, Haiku. It's called pebbling. What's called pebbling? Doing that, like showing people media that you enjoy. Why is it called pebbling? If that's what you're talking about. Where does that term come from? It's a penguin thing? What, like penguins will show pebbles that they like? Oh wait, is that how they like find mates? Is by like exchanging pebbles? I think I might have seen that somewhere in like a documentary or something. Or maybe I'm making that up on the spot right now. Haiku, you're like me. Unless you just joined, you just happened to join that conversation. You're like me, where you lurk. I respect it. Because I'm a master lurker. But in that case, yes, I'm like a penguin. I like to just show people things. I need more slabs, more mossy slabs. Just added more songs to my playlist. It's now at 1,180 songs. That's a lot. I love lurking until I hear something relevant. Yeah, me too. I don't remember whose stream it was or when this happened, but at some point I remember I was lurking in a stream and then someone mentioned something about 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗔𝗚𝗦 highlights, and then I just like popped in the chat and I'm like, hello, were you talking about me? Whatever. I think that was like back when like I did my identity reveal on 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗔𝗚𝗦 highlights. So it was like still fresh on a lot of people's minds, but I've been on my computer drawing this whole time while listening. My favorite thing to do right now on Minecraft streams is I'll be watching and then something funny happens, so I'll clip it and I'll post it to 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗏 highlights while they're still streaming. And they're like I still don't talk in the chat, but then they'll like get the notification, they're like, 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗏 highlights is here. They're lurking. And then sometimes I still won't make myself known in chat. It's fun. I like being sneaky like that. At least you have 1,247 songs. Do you only have one playlist too? You guys with your one playlist, Spotify's or Apple Music. It was supposed to be one playlist, but it's on YouTube and it got really laggy and weird, so I had to make another, so it's across two now. Oh. I remember, yeah, I forgot you're the one that listens to YouTube music. I remember you saying this in the past. I'll listen to YouTube music for like lo-fi a lot of the times, because I hate at the end of the year when it comes to, and this still happens because I do have some lo-fi music on my Apple Music playlist, but I hate coming to the end of the year and you get your Apple Music Wrapped or Spotify Wrapped, and it's like so much of it is like lo-fi or like background music that you listen to while studying or working or something like that, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like, yes, technically I have listened to this much, but it stinks seeing like music that you really don't care about that you've literally put on just as background noise in your like most listened to, when you want more like actual artists that you listen to when you're actually like paying attention to the music, you know? Maybe that's just a me thing though, but I always get annoyed when my like study playlists show up on my Wrapped and like they dominate it, and I'm like, no, this isn't accurate. Like, yes, I'm listening to it, but I'm also not listening to it. It's just keep me stimulated while I do work. Welcome to the human race. Yeah, like I said earlier, my largest playlist right now is 300. It'll probably grow though, because it's the one that I just kind of throw stuff into as I listen to new songs. Where do y'all get mostly the songs that you like when you find new songs to add to your playlists? How do you find new songs in those? Because like for me, it's either stuff that I've heard on TikTok or stuff that I see in media that I like. Like, it's funny because the other night when I was going through my playlist, like deleting some songs and adding new ones, it's funny because I can find sections where I'm like, oh, this is when I was watching this show because all of these songs appeared in that show and I really liked it. So then I added it to my playlist or whatever. Like it's kind of fun because I can remember like when I added certain artists or whatever. Or stream playlists. Sometimes I'll be watching other people's streams and they'll have songs on. I'm like, oh, I want this song on my playlist, so I steal it from them. Sometimes I feel silly though when I add songs from whatchamacallit, from TikTok. Because it feels like, I'm like, do I actually like the song? Or have I just heard it so many times on TikTok that now it's stuck in my head? And that's why I want it on the playlist. I end up usually liking them all anyways, regardless, but so I guess this is all that really matters. I like running into the occasional song Hawk and I both have saved. That's gonna be fun going through and seeing which ones Hawk and I have similar. I know Hawk, you said you have Aurora. I have a single Aurora song. Is that her name? Aurora? I have a single Aurora song in my playlist. The Runaway one. I don't have, how did I say it earlier? 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦. It's such a stupid way to pronounce that, but it's how I'm committing to it. I don't listen to 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓, but I've heard their songs before. I feel like Aurora is not human but fairy. Her voice definitely sounds like that. 𝗦𝗢𝗓 is kind of like the Oh Hellos. Oh, really, I love the Oh Hellos. They're like top 3 band for me, so maybe I should listen to more of them. I found that I really like folk music. Like I don't like country very much. There are a few country songs that I'm like, I'll make an exception for you. But I for the most part don't really like country, but like folk is kind of country adjacent, but like it's so nice. It's like it might be my favorite genre. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite genre, but if I had to pick one, that might be what I would pick. If I just say my top 3 artists, it goes probably the Crane Wives is number 1 right now, then the Oh Hellos, and then Need to Breathe, which is a Christian band. Need to Breathe is the only one of those 3 though that's not, I wouldn't really describe as folk. I'd describe them more as like rock, but I do like their music. It's very good. There's another Christian band that I listen to called Ring Collective. They're probably like my top 5, and they're more folk. I think they're from Ireland. So lots of like banjos and stuff. Very fun. My playlists though are so like, even though I have them sorted by like mood, they still feel so random sometimes because as far as genre goes, they don't match up. Like I'll just throw, as long as the mood is the same, I'll throw stuff from the different genres in it. So like I'll be listening to like folk music and then all of a sudden it's like rap or then all of a sudden it's like rock and roll, or then all of a sudden it's pop, and it's like, or it's like a musical, like I'll have Hamilton all of a sudden start playing. It's like so unpredictable. So it does feel a little silly if like I'm listening to my playlist with other people, and then it's like, where did this song come from? This doesn't match the vibe of the other one at all. I would say this playlist is fairly consistent though. I don't feel like for stream, I'm saying I don't think there's any point where it's like, I don't know. Do y'all feel like it feels kind of cohesive? This playlist for stream. I really like Epic the Musical Songs. My sister introduced it to me in December, and ever since then, I've listened to it so much. But some of the songs in Epic the Musical can have triggering themes, so I think it's best. I think the best is people who can be triggered by things should look up that first to know. Oh, little trigger warnings, yeah, to know what songs are safe and aren't safe to listen to. Yeah, that's always a good rule of thumb for any media, really. Which is right. I always appreciate when like YouTubers will put trigger warnings at the beginning of their videos. Like I'm not really a person that ever needs trigger warnings personally, but I'm glad it's there for people that do. I can't think. There's not really anything, yeah, that does trigger me. Like there's stuff I don't like horror stuff, you know. But like I wouldn't necessarily call that a trigger, you know. I would just consider that like a preference. I want to listen to more musicals, or not listen. I want to watch musicals. I wish, because like Hamilton was kind of the first, not like the first musical I've seen that's not like a movie musical, but the only way I've seen it is because it's on Disney Plus, like the recording of the actual Broadway performance. I wish more musicals did that because like there's really no theaters near me, like professional like Broadway. Um, but like I want to experience more musicals because I like movie musicals and stuff, but I want to see more like actual like stage musicals, and I wish there were more like recordings like the Hamilton one on Disney Plus. So I could experience them. I wanted to watch. I still haven't seen it, but when Wicked came out last year, I wanted to see it. I just never got a chance to. Um, have you seen the Wicked movie? Like, we thought of it at the same time. Yeah, I wanted to watch it, but I never had a chance, an opportunity. Um, but I'm still interested in it. Maybe I'll watch it when the second one comes out. Like I can watch it, find it on streaming or something, watch it, and then go watch the sequel when it comes out this Christmas. Does it come out Christmas? It comes out this year, I know. I think at least. But did I just miss the Broadway showing of Wicked in Salt Lake City? Really? Yeah, I don't think there are any like any showings like that in Texas. If so, it may be in like Houston or Austin, but that's too far from me. I don't think we have anything that shows live musicals in Sweden. At least not southern Sweden, because I've never heard of it around me. Yeah, you would have to have like a theater. And you'd have to have one that has like the rights to show certain plays. Because like especially a lot of Broadway shows don't let you perform it at smaller venues. Like yeah, it has to be an official production of it. Like I remember back when I don't know if anybody's heard of 𝗦𝗦𝗔𝗟𝗦𝗦, where there was like a church somewhere. I don't even remember where it was. Maybe in Texas. That like did a version of Hamilton at their church. I think they got sued because it was like they didn't get the rights to perform it or whatever. Said days, but tickets were like $200. Oh, that is expensive. See, that's why I would, and that's probably why that's why they probably gatekeep it at theaters and don't do stuff like Hamilton on Disney Plus more often, is because it's so lucrative. Like they can charge so much for it, but you know, not everyone can afford that. Let people enjoy the arts more. Like, and there's like a novelty to still going to it in the theater. Like, I would still love to see Hamilton live, and I would pay like that much for it for like a one-time experience, you know. But I still want to be able to enjoy the musical. I still want to engage with the arts, you know, outside of the theater. To be introduced to them, you know. I wish theaters that would do live acting stuff was a bigger thing here because it seems so fun. Yeah. I think we're at the point where I can start barely doing any moss. Let's have a couple of patches here or there. Seeing Hamilton was probably one of my favorite things ever. I bet it was so fun. It's so good. It's such a good musical. Lin-Manuel Miranda is the GOAT. Everyone makes fun of him, but like you can't deny that he is actually like a pretty epic songwriter. Epic the musical isn't even a proper musical. Oh yeah, I knew. Isn't it one that was just on? Like it's like a fan made one, or a fan made, a fan of the Odyssey, I guess. Because what is on Spotify is just a conceptual album of what it would be like if it's an actual musical. Yeah, they should make an actual version of it though, because I know it's really popular. I hear people talk about it all the time. I've never listened to it, but like I'll see edits to Epic the Musical songs all the time on TikTok. I've seen you know, people just like people when they post their Spotify Wraps. I saw that on a bunch of people's Wraps last year. Make a boatload of money if they did it. I think I'm gonna wrap things up at the 3-hour mark. We'll finish. No, we won't finish this tunnel. Well, we might finish the tunnel. So I'm just doing a couple of moss things now. Trying to think, what other media have I enjoyed recently? Last week or so has been me watching a bunch of stuff. Now that I have time, I went and saw Thunderbolts. That was really good. It was the new Marvel movie. I really enjoyed it. Had really good like mental health themes in it. And I feel vindicated because people for the longest time, before the trailers and stuff where it came out, people were like, this is such a stupid movie idea. You're taking like all the side characters from Marvel movies and shows and like turning them into a team. They're all lame, and then they like all ended up working really well together. It was so good. We should bring back movie nights now that I have a little bit more time. With school being over. Movie nights can come back. You can watch the Minecraft movie whenever it shows up on streaming. Like Haiku suggested. It'll be great. I'm pretty sure, is it Jorge? Is that how you say their name? Has said that if they do make it into a musical like that, then he wants to do it in a circus setup and not a usual theater stage. Oh, that's fun. Why a circus? Oh, a circus setup for it would probably work better too, considering most of the musical is set on a boat on the sea. Wasn't there... How did, like, old Greek plays, how were they performed? Because it would be kind of fun if you could do it like a Greek play. I don't know, maybe it's just a normal stage setup, I don't know. Is this how I bootleg the Minecraft movie? What, through Discord movie nights? We wouldn't watch the half... Because I don't know if any of y'all saw, but when the Minecraft movie first came out, people were pirating it. But they got somehow a version of the movie leaked that was like unfinished. So it was like the full movie, but like the CGI was like not done. And it was really funny. Like some of the clips that were going around. Because you'd have like Minecraft mobs that are just like not animated. They're just like sitting there. I hated all the clips though when the Minecraft movie was coming out of people just going insane in theaters. Because I heard that it just made theater workers' jobs like miserable. So I'm glad when they re-released the movie, they made, you know, like how like some movies will have sing-along editions. Well, they made a meme-along edition of the Minecraft movie that they re-released into theaters, and almost nobody went to it. Which stings for Warner Brothers, but it was really funny because then you would see clips of like nobody being in the theater, and it would be like chicken jockey, and then like on screen they added like special effects, like the text chicken jockey on screen, Like, nobody would react to it because no one was in the theater, and it was so funny. I saw one video of someone where someone brought an entire real life chicken into a showing of the Minecraft movie, and they just left it there afterwards. Yeah, I saw it too. That's like too far, I think. Oh, I think there's a doggy at the door. Hold on. Let me go and see if she wants in. Hello, are you coming to say hi to the stream, Ace? I wish I had face cam. Then I can show you guys Maisie. Oh, hello. Hi. Do you have anything to say to the stream, May? No. Well, how are we gonna play fetch? The room is so small. There's not a lot of places for me to throw it. And so, can you growl into the mic? Here. Can y'all hear her? You can hear her little growls. She's trying to play tug of war with a tennis ball. For some reason. Tennis balls aren't really good tug of war toys, but. You're so cute. I hope the chicken got a good home after that. Yeah, me too. I think it's storming in Minecraft. Yeah, we should probably start heading up and start putting stuff up as the stream comes to an end. And then we can find someone to raid into. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. It's been such a fun stream. I've missed streaming. Hopefully, as I do job search this summer, I have enough time to do a lot more streams, a lot more videos. Because I've really missed it. Okay, let's put the moss back into the moss chest. And we'll put the stone bricks over here. This would be a very sad song to end on with Radiohead. We'll wait. We'll see what song comes on after. Should we go out? Let's go out of the mine. Let's get a little bit of sunlight before the end of the stream. We've been in the cave for far too long. I love this world. I love hanging out on the potato snail world and stuff, but like it is nice coming to this world and just building my own little buildings. And it's like so forested, so cozy. This is a good world. There's a paper over there. Please don't come over here while I'm doing my outro, sir. Okay, I think we're safe. What if I is right here on the dock? Just be lovely. I wish I had the sit commands from Potato Snail server. I'll have to download a data pack that lets me do that. Go in the boat. What about? I'm going this one. It's not tied. Look at the lake. Y'all remember when I first started this world, how we had the giant crater in the middle of the lake? It was just like a giant stuff. Like it was like some weird generation where it like formed a cave in the middle of the lake. Do y'all remember that? I think we spent a few streams like digging it so that way it was just the lake. some people at the time were like, don't do that. Why would you? It's such a cool hole. But I think I like it more as just the giant lake. I don't really regret doing that, to be honest. Because this lake is so cool. It looks cool like this too. Yeah. Can I put shaders on without getting super laggy? Let's see. Got me in the boat. Got our house over here, my cozy little cottage. Very cool. We've got... I have a future build that I've already planned. If you're on the Potato Snail server, you've already seen my plan for this build. But it's going to be where this island is. It's currently just my wheat island. But it's not going to be a wheat island for much more. I'm completely terraforming this whole thing. And it's going to look really cool when it's done. If y'all have seen it on the Potato Snail, don't spoil it, but you know. You know what it's going to be. Hold on, let's go to bed real quick so that way. That way we can end with the line. This is a sad song to end on too. Hold on, let's go to a different one. It's happier. This one's happier. Oh gosh, I am lagging a little bit. Let's get to the temp for all the mobs. I don't know what it's going to be. I might have I missed that? Maybe. It was a few months ago that I posted that. If you scroll back enough, you might be able to find it. But... oh, wait. Oh gosh. My frames. Okay, let's go to the center of the lake to end. Because why not? Get in the sunlight a little bit. Alrighty. Let's turn to the sunsets. So beautiful. Okay. Well, let's see who's live right now. Who have we got streaming? Oh, you found it, Hawk? Yeah, it's gonna be fun to build. Let us raid into... okay, I think I know who I'm raiding into. Oh gosh, they changed the raid thing on Twitch. We are going to raid into 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗏, who is currently streaming 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗏 at the moment. This is somebody that I've come to become mutuals with through 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗏 highlights. Alrighty. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this stream. I'll be back probably sometime this week. We'll probably do another stream, either on this world or on the Potato Snail world. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a lovely evening. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Later, guys.